What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy No Chaser, Chase, man. Look, we here today with an important video. All right, something that has to be discussed. Um, I know a lot of y'all either are kind of familiar with the idea of the disappearance of that hungry, that gritty, that nasty Lil Baby, bro. That 2017, even 2018, 2019, even 2020 Lil Baby. And we all got our guesses as to what happened. And a lot of us know, but a lot of us don't really know. So I'm kind of here to address the truth about my nigga Lil Baby. What happened? They say what happened to Virgil, but really what happened to Dominique, man? Literally, what happened, bro? So not too long ago, Lil Baby had the whole rap game following his every single move, you know what I'm saying? Like tapped in fully. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna drop? When's the video? What's the next feature? Lately though, everything changed, man. Fans say he lost his hunger. They say his style changed. I be hearing some people say he dresses like he's coming out the closet. They say he dresses like a little girl. It's a picture I want to put up, and it's like a most recent picture. It's just like it looked like he dressed like he's Team Rocket from Pokemon, bro. It looked like he dressed like Ash. It looked like he's dressing like Ash Ketchum. His style doesn't really add up to what it used to be. It doesn't really reflect the type of music that he's trying to make no more. That's just all these are little components of what happened. We're losing really the street aspect. So we got to ask ourselves, did Lil Baby fall off, or is he going through a long phase of discovery, of reinvention? What really is it that brings us to this video? Man, let's get into it. Let's talk about it, man. So first, let's really look at like the rise of Lil Baby. You know what I mean? When we first look at it, we're gonna look at, My Dog, right? My Dog was his first big hit. And after My Dog was freestyle, he having features here and there. Yes, indeed. He dropped Harder Than Ever, I believe. Yes, indeed, and whatnot. Relentless work ethic, bro. It's like harder. Like that's his whole like mantra is harder, going hard, bro. I think fans, people, we all respected the grind of it. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was just kind of like invested into it. It was a movement. I think his first problem. So what I think his first issue, or maybe not issue was, but one of the first pits in his career was just the fact that he was just too hot out the gate, man. Not that that's necessarily a problem, but if you look at other artists that was too hot out the gate, first person that comes to my mind besides Lil Baby is Rody Rich. That nigga, he could not miss, bro. Every single thing he dropped was just hot, 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 on fire, bro. This nigga was on fire, bro. Everything he touched turned to gold. Features, verses, songs, singles, albums, everything took off, bro. Like, he did not miss. Same thing with Lil Baby. Could not miss, bro. And it's like, I'm not really trying to sit here and fault like, oh, you shouldn't be that hot. But it's like, we don't really see too many artists come out like that and just be that freaking hot, bro. Like, out the gate. There was a lot of people comparing Lil Baby to likes of like Lil Wayne and whatnot, which was valid. And they said, Drake's been the top guy this whole time. There was a point in time where he was not neck and neck overall, but like in terms of like litness in the moment, he was about to pass Drake, especially when that Wants and Needs shit, bro. He was well on his way to passing Drake for sure. But I think once we got to not my turn, once we got around to It's Only Me, I think that's around the time of Lil Baby's music, his sound that he's been just like, because he had a formula, we all know he has a formula to his music. Lil Baby likes to make a lot of club hits. He likes to make a lot of street hits. He can make vulnerable songs like Close Friends, Emotionally Scarred, songs like that. But it's not really something that he like gears himself to do. He likes to, go straight from club hits. On Me, Right Now, In a Minute, songs like that. So once we get to It's Only Me, it's like we're not really seeing much evolving with his music. We're seeing the same sort of flows, the same deliveries, beats, everything. It's just like, some people say like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But in this case, it was very broken. It just, songs weren't really resonating. They were here today, going tomorrow off of It's Only Me. They say you sell your album based off of your previous album. You know what I mean? So when you look at My Turn, his biggest album, sold like that. That's, I think that had, I don't know if it had his biggest sales because he was still kind of establishing his like album, kind of like his discography. But I mean, we all can agree that My Turn was his most successful album. I feel like we all can agree on that. So when it comes to It's Only Me, he sold great first week numbers, but that was really based off of his previous album. Did the album It's Only Me stick around? Not so much. I feel like his lack of growth as an artist is very, very instrumental into why you know, people look at him in the way they do right now. He's kind of got like that Polo G, that Piano G effect, you know what I mean? The Baby effect. I didn't really think it was gonna happen with him because he was very, you know, he was decently versatile. He is decently versatile, but he kind of just stuck to one route. So next, I want to talk about his drip, his fashion, bro. Come on, man. What's going on with the fashion, bro? In his peak time, you know, Lil Baby he dressed like, you know, exactly what he was portraying. Like he was dressing like a nigga that could, you know, spray the block at any given moment, pull up on hoes at the club, you know what I'm saying, and just throw hundreds everywhere. I feel like now he's almost a victim of his own success in terms of his style. Just in terms of his style. He's moved himself outside of the street lifestyle, outside of that whole like culture, that whole sphere. And like we see him hanging around like the Michael Rubens, just like he's just in a whole different area of life right now. And there's nothing wrong with that. The issue lies in him trying to act like he's still in that street culture, but his lifestyle is nothing like that. And it's the same thing with Meek Mill. His lifestyle does not reflect the music that he's trying to make. So it's like we're getting these songs and it's like there's just no like connect. Like he's trying to push an image, yet his lifestyle is something completely different. They just don't match up whatsoever. And it's so obvious to us. Like, you know, music is supposed to reflect your life. I don't know why he doesn't feel like he can pivot to what he's actually doing. He feels like he's got to stick to being like a street artist. And I don't know. I feel bad that he feels like he has to do that, but that's just not really what's gonna work for him. Next, I want to talk about his ego. Now, Lil Baby does have a big ego. He kind of always has. He used to show minor signs of humility, I guess, but especially right now, today, nothing like that. He has no real relatability with fans. I mean, when you look at that Plattboy Max, I spoke about it a little bit in that Gunna reaction. You know, you look at that video of Plattboy Max, and he's just like low key, like he's not really dissing him, but he's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like trying to like big bro and trying to bully him on his like stream. Lil Baby is one of the last rappers to know that people care more about streamers than rappers, bro. So you get on these streamers platforms, bro. You need to like understand you're going into their world. Now, Plattboy Max is a different type of streamer. He's an actual engineer, so it's not really much of a transition that a rapper would have to do, but it's still the world of streaming that he's in. When you look at like Lil TJ and Fabio Foreign, when they had that little issue with Plattboy Max, didn't nobody take their side, bro. Bro, they're taking the side of the streamer. The streamers are bigger than rappers, period, right now. So if you're gonna go on a stream with somebody, I mean, you could say the same thing about Playboy Cardi when he got on Aiden Ross. Like, if you're gonna get on a streamer's platform, you need to be like, if you want people to fuck with you, bro. I mean, I feel like any smart PR team would tell you, like, bro, don't get on there trying to diss them and trying to bully them, bro. It's just not gonna work. Like, that might have worked back in the day when Aiden Ross was getting on and streamers weren't that big, and T Grizzly and Polo G and them was like low-key like bullying him. Bro, we're in 2025, bro. That is not gonna work. These streamers and their communities are 20,000 times bigger than rap fans' communities, bro. Because rap fans are not that loyal to you. We're loyal to good music. What have you done for us recently? What has Lil Baby done for us recently? Nothing, bro. So the last point I want to make, and this is kind of, I think I made this point before in other videos. If you've seen, if not, then we'll say this for the first time for y'all. But it has a lot to do with the alignment and the sides that Lil Baby has taken as far as it goes with or in terms of Gunna. Lil Baby is in a tough spot with that, I feel like, because it's kind of like he's kind of the middle, he's kind of the child in the midst of a divorce. Young Thug took him under his wing. I believe it was one of somebody who passed away. They said to Young Thug before they passed away, they asked Young Thug to take Lil Baby under his wing, and he did such. Like he paid him to. I feel like it's a decently known fact. You know, Gunna or Thug was paying Lil Baby to rap, to get out of the streets, get out of that street lifestyle. He was paying him money to do that. I mean, he pushed him to do this. So he has a strong loyalty to Thug. But he also has a loyalty to Gunna, I feel like. He's also stated himself that Gunna has been a mentor to him. He's written songs for him. He's written raps. I don't think there's songs that he's putting out, but he legitimately taught that man how to rap. So, like I said, Lil Baby is kind of stuck. He's this child stuck between a divorce between his two parents. And he's chosen his, I'm not going to say he chose his dad's side, because that means Gunna his mom. But he chose Thug's side. He chose Thug's side. And honestly, I respect the loyalty. I'm going to be honest. I shit on Lil Baby all the time because Gunna is one of my favorite rappers. He's my second favorite rapper. I personally would love a friend like Lil Baby because Thug needs niggas like that, you know, he put on. It's a lot of niggas that's fucking with Gunna still. And not that it's right that Thug should make such a strong stance against Gunna, but since he is, you know, having somebody to ride so tight for you and so like hard for you is like, that's something that everybody wants in a friend. So I'll give that to Lil Baby. But it's the fact that he's kind of not only aligned himself with Thug, but he has really been pushing this whole fuck Gunna train and like let's get Gunna out of here shit. It's a lot of rappers that have like sided with Thug, like Drake, that have not ever had to say nothing negative about Gunna. You know what I mean? And I think that would have helped Lil Baby's image a lot in the past 2 years since Gunna's been home, dropping great music. I'm not saying he ever has to collab with him again. That would definitely help him though. But he just don't need to, like, even Lil Durk. Like, Durk is aligned with Thug, but he's not out here dissing Gunna. When he was free, he wasn't out here like subliminally dissing Gunna necessarily. Like, maybe he was a little bit, but not to the degree that Lil Baby has. And I feel like a lot of fans, like, it's the fact that you take that and you add it with the way that Gunna has just been moving so solo, like by himself, not paying none of these niggas no mind. It just makes him look stupid. It just makes him look bothered. You know what I mean? And I feel like that has hurt Lil Baby so much recently. So Lil Baby, man, he went from the voice of the streets. He was the hero. They dubbed him as the hero, man. Had the whole rap game in his hands. To now, it's like, Lil Baby, they calling you a one-trick pony out here, bro. They not respecting you at all. And I don't like it, man. I don't. I hate it, honestly. I hate that for you. I hate that for Atlanta. I hate that for rap. He's really got to ask himself, what do I want to be as an artist? Do I want to be somebody who is a prisoner of my success? Do I want to be somebody who is a prisoner of my image? Or, this is a tough question to ask himself, but what is it I could take away from Gunna? Why is he so successful right now? And why am I stuck? Why can I not change the perception of fans? I mean, we got to give him the credit of consistency. Lil Baby he's still consistently dropping music. He's still consistently trying. But why does he not get the same love and praise that Gunna gets? Is it just the music? Is it has to do with his image? Is this the new Lil Baby, man? Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. If y'all agree with anything I said, if y'all disagree with the whole thing, let me know, man. Because honestly, I want to figure it out. I know y'all want to figure it out too, because I'm not necessarily ready to say goodbye to Lil Baby forever. So, but hey, man, that's all I got for the video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Leave a like down below. Definitely subscribe if you're new to the channel. this is the first kind of non-reaction video I've done recently. So I feel like a lot of these topics are important to have in the hip hop community, you know. So let me know what y'all think, man. But yeah, I'll catch y'all, bro. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day, man. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe.